Well, everyone, thanks for joining. Should be a fun little conversation, not about family law or not about anything specific. It's going to kind of be a free-wielding conversation about how life is going. Working at home, can't go anywhere, life that we are all experiencing together. So how's working from home with kids? A couple of you got little kids that are jumping all over you. I see Latrice down there. I know she's got two little twins. How's working with little rugrats jumping all over you?
Currently bribed my two children with lollipops to stay in the basement while I do this video. So that's about how well it's going.
Yeah, normally I have to plan my life around breaks between television. So Frozen, Tiana the Frog, and Cars that kids are into right now. So anytime I want like a block of time, I have to do between television shows, like the really good ones. Then they sit there and watch it, and then don't come around.
Positive reinforcement is the only thing that's getting me through, giving them good rewards for good behavior and trying my best to ignore the bad stuff so that we can just get through the day and get to after work hours so we can go outside, run around, and do it all over again the next day.
Yeah, so how is, kind of off the kids topic, how is dealing with not only kids, but the fact that you can't get away from your spouse or roommates?
Well, my husband has pretty much taken up residence in the garage. He got himself some new
forcibly
tools.
Or forcibly or by his own accord?
By choice. He got a couple new tools and he's got projects for himself. So I see little of him actually during the day.
Okay. So how about anybody else? Christy, I know you got roommates.
I have one roommate, and it's a four-legged roommate, and so my cat typically does not like me. We've gotten a lot closer over the last 6 weeks. So it's positive, but also he's very annoying now.
Nice.
I'm right there with you, Christy. I've got one cat that insists on sitting on my lap the first hour of the day. If I let him do that, then he leaves me alone. But if I don't let him do that, he won't leave me alone the entire day.
Everything I see of your cats is literally, it's like they're your kids. They prevent you from doing any work. Like they sit on your laptop.
Yeah.
I like to do curbside pickup so I can get out of the house. So if my husband's there, I like to either go to the store to pick up something curbside, which is like everything right now. Groceries, Total Wine, whatever. And then to get away from the children after I come back, I go into the room on the days that we alternate, and I have an hour or two by myself watching House Hunters on my phone.
Jeff, how about you? So I don't know if you heard the question when we were
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, if my connection gets any worse here, as soon as we started recording, it seemed like it got slower. But Liz and I are holding up okay, but we're trying to keep things kind of feeling normal. So some days she goes to the office. She's essential. She works in healthcare. Some days I'm in the office, and then I've been at my parents' cabin helping them with spring cleaning and stuff like that to try to keep busy. Creates the normalcy where we're not around each other 24 hours a day.
What have you guys been doing to try to facilitate normalcy through like new activities to just not be deathly bored of sitting in the same environment consistently?
Like everybody else, I started baking again. And so I quickly went through about 20 pounds of flour, but I'm getting better.
Nice.
I'm with you, Jeff. I started baking too. I'm not used to having any free time. I usually, after I leave Sterling, I go and I work another job till 10, 11 o'clock every night. So I've had my nights free. So I've actually gotten to throw out some stuff that I've been trying to throw out for years. I've baked a lot. And I wouldn't have turned my TV on until 8, 9 o'clock at night as it was because I wasn't getting at home. So I've been sticking to that, making sure I don't turn the TV on and get sucked into that world.
The exact same thing that I have to do is I can't come up from working in my little dungeon basement office to come and sit on the couch and watch TV because I'll just get sucked in and sit there all day. So I took up gardening, and my husband took up outdoor projects that his wife is mandating him to do. That's been interesting. So we planted 5 trees, and I have like a jungle growing behind me ready to get out in the garden.
I try to go for a daily walk every day, because if I don't get up and I go maybe 2-3 miles, and sometimes it's in the dark, but if I don't do it, then I find that I go from waking up to working to sitting in front of the TV to going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I find it seems to me that it would be counter to this, but I find that I've watched far less TV during this time than I did on the other schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm watching so much TV. I've finished, I think, like 3 series. It's bad. I have also rearranged my apartment at least 4 times to end up with the exact same layout, except for my bed frame is right now in my living room.
Nice.
And I took up wood burning, so now my living room table is just completely different.
Oh, nice. Kelly, how about you? What's going on in the Shaw house? It's new.
I think to maintain normalcy, I think the most difficult thing for me has just been maintaining some sort of like workout or some sort of physical activity. I know Mark mentioned going for walks. It's been real rainy here, so I haven't done that. But I probably the first 3 weeks of quarantine, I did nothing, and then my body was really mad at me. Like it was just I was just constantly in pain from just sitting and doing work because I work on a computer. So the last couple weeks I've been having to overcome this mental mindset of I felt like I needed to go buy kettlebells and a yoga mat. And then I found a bunch of really good YouTube video workouts that required none of that. So I think it was just making sure that you're doing something, whether it's even if it's just 10 minutes a day, just doing a little bit of some sort of movement to keep your body doing something has been something I've had to wrap my head around. And so far I've done it every day for the last 4 days, something for at least half an hour. So things are going good there.
So what positive thing has come out of this for each of you? What benefit did happen that you weren't necessarily anticipating from obviously being quarantined?
I thought that my online shopping habit, which is severe, would be made way worse by having all kinds of time to online shop. But I do way less of it. I don't know why, but I'm ordering less stuff. I'm buying just less stuff. I'm making do more with what I have. And, economic conditions being another, for some reason, I'm just not interested. I'll go online and kind of click around on Amazon and nothing catches my eye. So I consider that a good thing.
Yeah, I kind of the same. I realized how much money I was actually spending. Now that I'm not spending any of it, I keep looking at my bank account is that money really mine? 'Cause I never have that much money in my account. So it's kind of been a rude awakening of how much money I was spending on, extra stuff that I clearly didn't need as a necessity. So yeah, that's been interesting.
Way less fast food. I'm not on the road anymore, so
Yeah.
not stopping at fast food restaurants as much. I'm not getting as much coffee, Starbucks or gas station quick, sodas or whatever. Way less of that. And those are, I think, all bad, both financial and health mistakes.
I've weirdly gotten closer with a lot of my nieces and nephews because they want to be connected with my daughters. And so there's constantly a niece or a nephew on my phone multiple times a day, whether it's Eleanor or my brother just had a baby. And so my daughters just want to see that baby all day long. And so they're calling their other cousins. And the same thing for my husband's side of the family. They just want that connection because they're not with their friends. And it would be weird to call my children's parents and then be like, hey, does your kid want to FaceTime? But it's not weird calling my siblings and demanding it. So I do that quite often and my children enjoy that.
Yeah, I've gotten to spend a lot of time with it's the oldest, he's my nephew and godson. And his name's Parker, and him and his dad, my brother-in-law, have been coming up to the cabin to help out with those spring cleaning projects. And I've just gotten to spend so much time with him that I usually get an hour here and there, and half the time he's cranky. And now I get full exposure and we're just having a blast. And he gets excited to see me. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I've been reaching out and connecting to people that I haven't really talked to in so long, and having the time instead of blowing 40 minutes of my day at either end of the day going to and from work and all that other transitional time. That time now is in, you know, I can use it to work on projects, stuff I've been working on the side if I get into that, or call someone and talk to them for 3 hours, someone I hadn't talked to in years.
Thank you for watching. We strive to bring you the very best family law content, stories from our communities, and insights into building a healthy and strong family. Please leave your comments below and tell us what you think about what we're sharing.